Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. We are down here at the new pond again today because we got another half an inch of rain the other day and the pond has more water in it right now than I thought was possible. So a lot of people have asked if we had any kind of dam or overflow or anything like that, and the answer is yes and no. This was a fully excavated pond and it was just a hole in the ground that was producing groundwater to fill it up. However, when we needed to find more clay for the upper pond, we did start digging back in this area here. And so because of that, we've created a little bit of a depression where now it's not just a hole in the ground anymore. And we did have to put some stuff up here to create a little bit of a dam. There's probably, I don't know, maybe a 3 or 4 foot tall dam here. And as you can see, I actually came in here the other day because we had water that was starting to trench a little bit over virgin ground here. This would be almost like an emergency overflow right here because the water wouldn't have been cutting through any of the clay that we had put in here. But what I want to do, as you can see, I've got some pipe over there. I just want to throw in a quick little spillway right here. And the other thing I want to add to it is an elbow. So that way, let me come over here and show you. Whenever I get that pipe in the ground and I set where I want my water level to be, basically this elbow will give me about a foot worth of play in the water level. So if I have it like this, basically the bottom of the pipe will be the water level. And if I want to increase the water level, all I would have to do would be to turn that pipe up. And now instead of, allowing water to come in right there, your water level has now come up to here. So that's the plan. Is I want to get a real overflow pipe in here and then do a little bit of dress up work on the backside. And for a quick update on our grass seed, you can see we've got a nice little green hue going on across the pond there, coming in nicely. And we got more rain coming tomorrow, so that should really help set it into hyperspeed. All right, so we're gonna start by getting this elbow put on this first stick of pipe, and I'm using silicone grease here. I did look up because I was thinking, I want this to turn easily. Can I just put some tractor grease on there? And no, the petroleum within the equipment grease will deteriorate this rubber gasket. So you've got to get something that is petroleum free. Put some on the outside of this pipe here too, just for good measure. All right, so now is the part where we need to determine where are we going to set water level. And really the lowest point that I would ever want to bring fill in is right up to about the base of this tree, because once you start burying the stump of a tree, now you're talking about you're probably going to kill it. So I don't want to bring fill in any more up past this point. So I have shot grade and determined if this is all the higher I want to build this up, carry that line straight out here, the most I can bring the water level up from where it is right now is about another 6 inches. So right now I have this set to where I want my max water level to be, which is 6 inches above where it is right now. But like I said, with that elbow on there, I have plus or minus 6 inches. So from the highest point down to the lowest point is about a foot. So I need to dig about 1 foot deep right in here to lay that pipe in and then backfill over top of it. And then we'll probably put a good 6 to 12 inches of fill material on top of that pipe and raise this whole dam up just a hair. Now, because I'm going to be digging 6 inches below where the water line is currently, I'm going to be kind of in a rush. I'm going to dig backwards to the water, so I'm digging in dry dirt the whole time up there. But I really don't want to break that water loose until I'm ready to put the pipe in real quick and then backfill it real quick so we don't have any more erosion washout than what we need. So you can see I'm taking this extra fill material here, or this extra clay that's dry, and stacking it up where I'm going to want to backfill real quick. So this is what I'm talking about. We need to do this quick. We've got this dug down all about 6 inches below the water level on the inside of the pond here. And the only thing holding that water back is about 1 foot of clay right there. And so as soon as I break that free, I need to get it on grade 6 inches below water level, get this pipe kicked into the ditch, and then backfill it before that water can really get a head of steam and start cutting through there and stop the leaking and get the water running through the pipe.
Now I gotta be honest, I was a little nervous about this getting away from me and start washing out before I could get the pipe in and get it sealed back up. I felt like it really needed to be a two-person job so I didn't have to get in and out of the cab and waste that time while water was washing through this ditch. And luckily, my in-laws had just gotten in town for the Labor Day weekend, so I asked my father-in-law if he could come down and give me a hand. I said, I just need you to kick this pipe into the ditch as soon as I open it up, and then I'll get it backfilled, and hopefully we can get in there with our boots and stomp it back in and get it sealed back up. And that's exactly what happened. I think I was worrying for nothing. I may have had time to do it by myself, but it was nice to have an extra set of hands there just to get it done quickly and sealed back up before it started washing.
Waiting to see if I still see water flowing. Well, there we go, guys. The pipe is now in. And as you can see, a common problem with pipes like this, at least if you're going to go through the bottom of the dam, is with that head pressure, you can have water that will want to try to ride in between the pipe and the dirt. And as you can see, we've got this sealed back up now. There is no water as of right now leaking in and around through this ditch. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting this cleaned up, get this cleaned up where this is daylighting out of, and then go ahead and start dressing up the rest of the pond dam. Well, we didn't get as far as I wanted to get today, but we got as far as I needed to get today. I don't know if you can tell, but we got a storm rolling in here, so I am going to be done playing in the dirt for today. What I really needed to get done was get this overflow pipe put in here, especially before we get this big storm. Now, when I went to go put this pipe in, that last little bit, I was kind of rushed, right? Because I'm trying to get this, really the right way to do it would have been to pump the pond down 6 to 12 inches so I didn't have to worry about water running through the ditch as I'm trying to do that. However, because I was in a rush, when I dug that out, I didn't get it quite as deep as I wanted to. So my goal, what I was shooting for, was I wanted about half of this pipe in the water. And it looks like right now in the all the way down portion, if I rotated that elbow all the way down over, we would be draining water, which is good. But I think that when that is tilted all the way up, the max water volume that I could hold with that is more than what I would realistically want to, because I'd end up having water pushing in up against these trees and it would just be way too big. Actually, let's go ahead and figure that out right now, where our water level would be around the pond if this was all the way up. One thing that I'm pleasantly surprised with is this is a lot easier to turn than I thought it was going to be. That was one thing I was worried about with this elbow, is how often am I actually going to use it if it's too difficult to turn. But you take a 2x4 in there and give yourself some leverage and you can turn it very easily. So let's set our 0 on top of this standpipe. Yeah, I can already tell this is, if I had it like this pond would overflow the pond dam here. So, but that could always be fixed. I can always build the pond dam up higher. The only thing I can't do is do something with that tree. I mean, I could get rid of it, but I want to keep the tree. Okay, so right there is 0. So let's see where that water level would be in relation to this tree. Yeah, so if we ever wanted to have that standpipe all the way tipped up like that, that water level would come right up to the base of this tree, which would mean that we would have to have dirt above the base of that tree and bury that tree. So, you know, it is what it is for right now. I've got enough rotation down that I can keep the water level where I want it, and I think that's what I'm going to do right now. Actually, that'll be another test we can do. I'm going to turn this all the way down so that water is draining into the pipe, and then we can check to see, make sure that our plumbing here is working. Okay, just like that, we have now set the water level to the bottom lip of that elbow. Let's go check the other side and see if we got water coming out the other end. Yep, we got water going into it. And we have water coming out of it. So it is working just how I anticipated. The other thing is I do need to build up this dam a little bit higher. I've got a couple tracks of loads of clay coming in, just because I don't have anywhere that I really want to dig on the property to source it here on the property. It'll just be easier for $400 or $500 to have 2 loads of clay brought in. I'll raise the pond dam up another 6 to 12 inches so that we do have room to turn that upwards and store more water. The whole goal of this is to get as much water in this pond as we can get so that we will be more drought resistant for filling the upper pond. Our pump for the upper pond should be coming probably sometime early next week, and we'll be getting that all set up. But yeah, the more water this pond can hold, the more days I can pump water from this pond up to that one without running this one empty. So that's the whole goal here. Every inch of water we can add to this pond counts. Anyways, guys, that's going to about wrap this one up. We got everything done here that I needed to get done today. Obviously, we still have some dress-up work we need to do around the back side of the dam here. But for now, with this storm rolling in, I'm glad to have that overflow pipe in here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.